Okay, hey everyone, good evening. Welcome to today's YouTube live again. And those of you who are platinum members, welcome to the Zoom link one
Okay,
more
hey
time.
everyone, good evening. Welcome
So,
to today's YouTube live again.
this
And those of
is
you who are platinum members,
all right. So, with that, we are live right now on YouTube with a live question and answer session on law of attraction. So, ask me anything that you want. And the way we will start is we'll take a few questions from Zoom first, which is from those members who are platinum members. As you know, platinum members are my lifetime members on law of attraction coaching. So, platinum members, you'll have, excuse me, you'll have one chance to ask me a question directly on Zoom here, and then one question we'll take from YouTube. Is that fair? So those of you who are on YouTube right now, start asking your questions in the chat window so that I can take the questions in a sequence. I'm now opening the YouTube live question section so that I can see your questions as well. And here it is. Okay, perfect. All right, so what I'm going to do right now is, as I promised, I'm going to first start with the Zoom members. So here we go. All right, let's start today's topic, live Q&A on law of attraction. So beginning with anybody on Zoom, anybody has a question here? What if all the values we write for ourselves feel like artificial values? Okay, if your values that you're writing for yourself feels like it is artificial, then it is artificial. It's as simple as that. Because anything that you truly, truly value, you will never feel that it is artificial. Why is that? Think of it this way. There are a lot of ladies right now attending on Zoom with me. How many of you ladies really value your hair? Raise your hands if you value your hair. Okay. Now, if you value your hair, you must have instantly raised your hands. But if you don't value your hair, then you will not raise your hands. It's as simple as that. But if you raise your hands and you say, like, I raised my hands, but I'm not sure whether I value my hair, well, then you don't. Right? And the second way to know whether your values are artificial is very simple. If somebody impacts your values negatively and you're like, doesn't matter, then it's artificial. Example. How many ladies are okay to use a bad shampoo on your hair? Are you okay to use a bad shampoo on your hair? No? All right. So then you value your hair. Anything negative happens to something you value, you'll be like, no, I can't allow that. That's the second sign of knowing whether your values are artificial or real. So that was a great question from Anamika. Now from Zoom, now let's go to the next question in YouTube Live. The first question is by, let us see, Fortune versus Law of Attraction. Very good question by Adrika. All right, so Adrika, Fortune versus Law of Attraction, what is more powerful? Both. All of you write this down. Co-creation. Law of attraction is not only creation. Law of attraction is not only attraction. It is co-creation. Now, what do you mean by co-creation? Co-creation means some percentage of your life is governed by fortune. Fortune means your destiny. Some percentage of your life is governed by your creation, your attraction. Let me explain with a very good example. Right now, your body is alive, you are breathing, you are eating. Are you doing the digestion yourself or is it happening? Everyone type in the chat window, I, if you are digesting the food. Everyone type in B for body in the chat window if the body is digesting as per you. Who is digesting the food? Are you digesting the food or is the body digesting your food? We are not digesting our food, by the way. It is happening to us. So some percentage of our life is always happening to us. We are not controlling it. The digestion is happening. But who is putting the food in our stomach? Who has that choice? Now that is your choice, correct? So 80% of our life is our creation. 80% of our life is our attraction. About 20% of life is destiny, 20% of life is fortune. That is why if I had to master two things, between these two things, I'll tell you what I will master. Everyone write down first law of attraction, second astrology. What do you think I will choose to master? Law of attraction or astrology? Well, I will choose to master law of attraction because law of attraction is about controlling whose frequency? My frequency, correct? Now, if I control my frequency, 80% of my life is in my hands. Second is astrology, which means trying to change my destiny. Look, an astrologer can teach you or maybe even explain to you what is part of your destiny. But can the astrologer change your destiny? Say yes or no in the chat window. No, astrologer cannot change that, right? That is why I would always choose law of attraction over astrology, but both are good. So that's the answer for your question, Adrika. I hope that satisfies your question. Let's go to one more question in Zoom. And we've got a question from Priyanka. When we are anxious about manifesting something, how do we detach ourselves? Very beautiful question. Let's do it right now with you, Priyanka. So, how many of you on Zoom would like to do a quick detachment exercise with me? Raise your hands if you'd like to do a quick detachment exercise. Okay. So, Priyanka, I'm going to just quickly unmute you. Tell me what you're worried about while you're manifesting.
Uh, Finding a partner.
Finding a
Areas
partner. Okay, great.
of my life are perfect.
Perfect. Now, remember these two things: commitment and attachment. Say it with me loudly. Everyone, write down in the chat window: C, commitment versus attachment A. So, Priyanka, right now, what you're feeling, is it commitment to finding a life partner or is it attachment to finding a life partner?
Attachment.
Correct.
I want to
Very good. So, do you need to drop your commitment or do you need to drop your attachment?
attachment.
Correct. What is the difference? In commitment, you feel positive. In attachment, you feel negative. How? Right now, I am committed to doing this YouTube live. Am I desperate right now that people should like my answers? Am I desperate right now that people should focus on giving me subscribers and thumbs up and likes and shares? No, I'm not focused on that. That is why I'm not nervous. That is why I'm not worried. People ask me saying, Mitesh, how do you do YouTube live so effortlessly? But that's because I am not attached to people being subscribed to my channel, people liking the video, people sharing the video. I'm not attached to that. Am I committed to it? Yes. So what do I feel? When I'm committed, I feel relaxed. I feel patient. I feel consistent. I feel inspired to help people. Correct? Give me one area of your life, Priyanka, where you are committed, not attached. Now that you know the difference, give me one area of your life.
Committed in money matters. I
Very good.
feel money flows to
Very good.
me very easy.
Very good.
Since start.
So if you are committed in money matters, if you will observe, you work hard, you have the patience. Sometimes money doesn't come to you, but you don't lose hope. You're
I'm relaxed.
inspired, you're
Yeah,
relaxed. Correct? Now that is
relaxed
commitment to making money. There are
because
some
I know
people,
that
because you
will
know you'll
do.
get it. Correct.
Yeah,
So that
I
is
just
commitment. So do you need to drop that commitment towards money? No. How do you know you
no,
don't need to drop that commitment? Because the emotions are positive. But
yes,
how do you know you're not committed? How do you know you are attached to something when you are feeling negative? So we are not dropping the goal. We are not dropping the commitment to the goal. We are dropping our feeling, which is attachment towards the goal. Is that making sense now?
yes,
All
yes,
right.
yes,
So first of all, the reason I clarified this was otherwise your logical mind will say, but I don't want to detach from finding a life partner. Well,
yes.
I'm not asking you to detach from the goal and the commitment to the goal. I'm only asking you to detach from the emotion of attachment because that is negative. Is that clear now? Great.
Yes.
Now let's do the activity of how to drop attachments. Take your hands like this. All of you take your hands like this. People on YouTube, come on, take your hands like this and say it with me. I am dropping my attachment to finding a life partner.
Mm.
Now keep your hands on your heart and say, I'm committed to find a life partner,
Depending on it.
but I am dropping my attachment to find a life partner. Say it one more time. I'm committed to having a life partner, but I am dropping my attachment to having a life partner. Say it one more time. I'm committed to have a life partner, but I'm dropping the attachment of having a life partner. Okay, now check how you're feeling.
Feels better.
See, you dropped your attachment. This is how you drop the attachment. Very simple activity. Every time you're attached to something, do this activity. Clear?
Yes. Thank you,
Perfect.
sir.
All right. All of you say thank you to Priyanka if that question was helpful to all of you. Now let's go towards the next question in YouTube. So let's see what other questions do we have here. We have a question on where was that question gone? Let me look at that question again. सर मैं कोई भी मैनिफेस्टेशन करती हूँ वो काम नहीं करता है ऐसा क्यों दिस इज अ क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम म्यूजिक इज लाइफ दैट्स द नेम ओके सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आप कोई भी मैनिफेस्टेशन करते हो वो काम नहीं करता है ऐसा नहीं होता है क्यों नहीं होता है क्योंकि मैनिफेस्टेशन एक साइंस है आपका बोलने का मतलब यह है कि आप रेडियो की फ्रीक्वेंसी को 93.5 पे डायल कर रहे हो और 101 बज रहा है ऐसा हो सकता है क्या एवरीवन टाइप इन यस और नो इन द चैट विंडो क्या ये पॉसिबल है इज इट पॉसिबल टेक्निकली पॉसिबल ही नहीं है तो अगर मेरा रेडियो चैनल नहीं बदल रहा है तो गलती कौन कर रहा है रेडियो गलती कर रहा है कि मैं गलती कर रहा हूं चैनल को ट्यून करने में हाँ तो सबसे पहले तो ये समझ लो कि लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन काम नहीं कर रहा है, ऐसा नहीं है। लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन तो हमेशा ही काम करता है। हम लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन को ठीक से यूज करना नहीं सीखे हैं। तो म्यूजिक इज लाइफ जो भी आपका नाम है, अच्छा ही नाम होगा आपका। सबसे पहला काम आपको करना है, लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन के बारे में डिटेल में समझना शुरू करिए। और शुरुआत में आपको बताता हूं कहां से करो। टेंशन मत लो, कोई बहुत ज्यादा इमीडिएटली पैसे वाले कोर्सेज खरीदने की जरूरत नहीं है। सबसे पहले तो आप एक लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन का फ्री मास्टर क्लास करो मेरे साथ में, जहां पे मैं आपको बताऊंगा कि होल्ड ऑन, कहां गया माय वीडियो, होल्ड ऑन। ओके, हियर आई एम बैक। सो सबसे पहले आपको यह करना है कि लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन का एक ऐसा मास्टर क्लास करो जहां से आपको कुछ नया सीखने को मिलेगा अबाउट लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन, कि जहां आप लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन में क्या गलतियां कर रहे हो पहले वो आपको पता चल जाए। पहले अपनी गलतियां हटाओगे, सही तरीके से मैनिफेस्ट करोगे, तभी जाके रिजल्ट मिलेगा ना। बट उसके लिए पहले ये बिलीफ हटा दो कि लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन काम नहीं कर रहा, हम लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन ठीक से यूज नहीं कर रहे। तब जाके आपकी क्यूरियोसिटी बढ़ेगी, आपका लर्निंग का थिंकिंग बढ़ेगा, तब जाके आप सीखोगे, तब जाके अप्लाई करोगे सही तरीका, तो रिजल्ट डेफिनेटली मिलेगा। लेट मी सी इफ आई कैन शेयर अ लिंक विथ यू which will give you the ability to get to my free law of attraction course, and here it is। तो ये लिंक का आप इस्तेमाल करो, miteshkhatri.com/free LOA। यहां पे आपको पहला जो मास्टर क्लास है वहां से आप शुरुआत करो, और अपनी सारी जो गलतियां है लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन की पहले उसको बंद करो, सही तरीके से अप्लाई करना शुरू करो। लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन काम करेगा, क्योंकि लॉ ऑफ अट्रैक्शन हमेशा काम कर रहा है, हम उसको ठीक से यूज नहीं कर रहे। ठीक है, सो विद दैट गोइंग टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन इन जूम फॉर द प्लैटिनम मेंबर्स। Does intrinsic values comes inbuilt when we are born, and can these seen through astrological charts? Okay, good question, Priyanka, again. So yes, intrinsic values are something we are born with, and can they be seen? By the way, those of you who are on YouTube live right now, intrinsic values का मतलब होता है values that we are born with, inner priorities, inner interests, something that we like to do, dislike to do. So whatever you like to do in your life, some of your values, some of your likes, yes, are inborn, which means by the time as you are born with some of these interests or disinterests. Example, even if I do the best law of attraction in the world, can I make Sachin Tendulkar sing like Lata Mangeshkar? What do you say, yes or no? No. Even if I use the best hope no in the world, can I make Lata Mangeshkar do batting like Sachin Tendulkar? No. So some things we are born with. Yes, that is true. Can it be seen in our astrological charts? Of course, yes. Because astrological charts show our current birth behaviors and behavioral patterns. Yes, it is possible to see those values from there also. Okay. Let's go to one more question in YouTube. Okay, from Komal Mutha. Can you heal multiple problems at once, or you need to heal one by one? For how many days and for how many times? Good question. So, how many of you like that question, by the way? Type in thank you to Komal in the chat window if you like that question. Yes, you can heal multiple things at one time, and here is how. When you're doing basic hope no, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you are already healing multiple things in your body at the same time. But when you want to heal something very intense, something very strong, something that takes 80% of your memory and 80% of your negative emotions, that's when you need to practice advanced hope no. That means one problem, one healing at one time for 5 minutes. But if you doing basic hope no, like simply repeating and chanting hope no for 20 minutes, you can easily heal lots of negative things in your subconscious without even you knowing what you are healing. That is the power of hope no. But if you want to heal one big thing, then advanced hope no is necessary. Okay. Let's go to the next one in Zoom now. What is more powerful, visualization or affirmation? Excellent question again, Anamika. Now, there are three kind of people as per NLP. Everyone type in NLP in the chat window. NLP means neuro-linguistic programming. It is the superpower of law of attraction. So in NLP, we teach that there are three type of people in the world. You remember we were talking about people who are born with certain things? So we all have three qualities in our life. We can see, we can hear, we can feel. Everyone write it on your notepads. See, hear, and feel, right? We all can do all three things. But each of us are with different type of priority in life, different type of values. Like some of you want to see more, and that helps you understand things faster. Some of you want to hear more, that helps you understand things faster. Some of you want to feel more, and that helps you understand things faster. So the sequence matters. Are you a see, hear, feel kind of a person? Or are you a feel, hear, see kind of a person? Or are you a hear, feel, see kind of a person? We are all different as people, right? Like, how many of you know some people in your life, in your family, who are very slow speaking? Can you remember their name? Write down their name. They breathe slowly, they eat slowly, they talk slowly. While eating, they'll close their eyes. They're very simply dressed, correct? These are people who are what kind of people? Tell me, seeing people, hearing people, or feeling people? What is more important to them? These are feeling people. So for them, what kind of law of attraction technique will work? Writing, feeling, hope, nope, no will work very powerful for them. Will visualization work very powerfully for those who are feeling kind of people? Not very powerfully. But if there is somebody who likes to dress up in your house, do you know somebody in your house who loves to dress up, who loves to always get ready all the time, who loves to look in the mirror all the time, who's always taking selfies, taking photos all the time? Do you know somebody like that? Okay. These are what kind of people? Seeing people, hearing people, or feeling people? Quickly tell me in the chat window, everyone. See, hear, or feel. Yeah, these are seeing kind of people. So, what technique will work best for them? Visualization, affirmation, or hope? No, no. What will work best for them? Visualization will work best for them. Like, I'm a seeing kind of a person. I wear bright clothes. I'm always very visual. So for me, visualization works very, very fast. I can simply close my eyes and in 1 second I can visualize what I want to. Some of you will say, sir, visualization is not easy for me. Well, that's probably because you're a hearing or a feeling kind of a person. Let's take one more example. Is there somebody in your friends or family you know who is very loud? And not only loud, they speak very fast, like ta 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 ta. They speak very fast. And not only that, they almost sing, like their voice sometimes goes up and goes down, and they're very animated in the way they speak. Do you know some people like that in your life? Well, these are people who are what? Seeing, hearing, or feeling kind of people. What kind of people are they? These are hear kind of people. They need to listen a lot, right? So for them, what will work more? Visualization, affirmation, or hope? No, no. What will work best for them? Affirmation. So even for these people, hope nope no can work, but they have to say hope nope no rather than just feel hope nope no. Making sense? So there is no best technique in the world. It depends on what kind of a person you are. Okay. There was a great question by you, Priyanka. Going to one more question in YouTube. And let's see what's the next question here. I want to get unblocked from something Karmakar. What I have to do? Okay, Momita, very simple. Whenever you want to disconnect from anybody in life, how many of you know somebody in your life with whom you want to disconnect? Like you don't want to have too much conversation with them, but somehow they keep appearing in your life. Do you want to disconnect with some people like that? Raise your hands. Okay, here's a simple technique. Close your eyes, visualize that there is a beautiful white light string connected from you to that person. Okay, and then physically take your hands like this as if it's a scissor. And then when you close your eyes and you're imagining that string, what are we going to do? Cut that white cord. So we call it cutting the cord, cutting the white light energy between you and the other person. So you close your eyes, you cut that white light energy between you and the other person. And the moment you cut that light, you imagine that the person is going away, flying away in the air. And as that person is going, it is very, very important to say, go with love, grow with love. What will you say? Go with love, grow with love. Everyone type in the chat window. What will you say? Go with love, grow with love. Because if you say, don't come back to me, they will come back to you. It's like this. Haven't you had experience that the day you don't want to be late and you're like, आज सिग्नल बंद नहीं होना चाहिए, आज सिग्नल बंद नहीं होना चाहिए, आज सिग्नल बंद नहीं होना चाहिए, उस दिन सारे सिग्नल रेड मिलते हैं. How many of you have experienced this? Type an I in the chat window if you've experienced. जिस दिन लेट होता है सारे सिग्नल रेड होते हैं, जिस दिन टाइम बहुत होता है उस दिन सारे सिग्नल ग्रीन मिलते हैं. How many of you experience this? Correct? So it's very important that when you're cutting the cord with somebody, say go with love, grow with love. That way they move away peacefully and you are also moving on peacefully. Okay. So I hope that answers your question, Momita. Going to the next question again in Platinum members Zoom. When we are anxious about manifesting something, I think we answered this for Priyanka. How far can we accept everyone unconditionally? It's becoming stressful and chaotic. Okay. So, Rupa, we don't always accept people unconditionally. There is always a balance in life. Positive behavior and negative behavior. All of you do this with me quickly. Please take your hands like this and repeat with what I'm saying. Come on, quickly. Say, oh God, give me the courage to change the things that I can. Also, give me the courage to accept what I cannot change. But give me, most importantly, the wisdom to understand the difference, what I can change, what I cannot change. So, answering your question, Rupa, it's not important to always accept everybody unconditionally. But at the same time, it's not always important to try to change everybody. Understand the wisdom of when can you change, then change. Which means if you know that somebody is treating you in the wrong way, and if you have the power to stand up for yourself, and you should assertively, compassionately tell the person, please don't do this, then change it. But if you cannot change, let's say you know that even being polite with that person will not help. How many of you know some people in your life, उनको कितना भी बोल लो नहीं समझने वाले? You know some people like that? इसको हिंदी में कहावत बोलते, भैंस के सामने बीन बजा के कोई फायदा नहीं. भैंस भैंस नाचने वाली है कि सांप की तरह? नहीं नाचने वाली, राइट? भैंस को बीन नहीं समझ में आती. सो उधर चेंज करना है कि एक्सेप्ट करना है? हाँ, उधर एक्सेप्ट करो, आगे बढ़ो. इनके साथ टाइम नहीं वेस्ट करना है. बट कहीं कहीं आप चेंज कर सकते हो. जैसे एग्जाम्पल देता हूं, कल मेरे एक दोस्त ने मेरे साथ गलत तरीके से बात की. तो मैंने कहा यार ऐसे क्यों बात कर रहा है? बोलता क्या हुआ, मैं तो मजाक कर रहा था. मैंने कहा नहीं यार, ऐसा वाला मजाक मत किया कर मेरे साथ. तो बोला अच्छा चल ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, आई एम सॉरी. अब देखो वो मान गया. अब मुझे पता था वो मान जाएगा, तो मैंने वहां पे उसको चेंज करने की कोशिश की, लेकिन प्यार से, कंपैशनेटली. बट कहीं कहीं मुझे पता है कि कुछ लोग चेंज नहीं होते, तो मैं उनको फीडबैक भी नहीं देता. मैं अपने दिमाग में बोलता हूँ गो विथ लव, ग्रो विथ लव, और मैं अपना आगे बढ़ जाता हूँ. इज दैट क्लियर? Awesome. So let's go to one more question here in. By the way, I hope everybody who's on YouTube right now, you're loving what you're hearing. So if you are, quickly, here is what I'd like you to do. Abhi, jaldi se, give it a quick thumbs up, because that's the way you can show gratitude for this Q&A session. And make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, so that the next time I'm doing a Q&A session like this, you definitely get an invitation from YouTube. Okay? We'll take one or two more questions, because now in 5 minutes we have DMP, which means daily magic practice. So we have to go and join the DMP students, which are about 500 people practicing affirmations with us in about 5 minutes. Now, those of you who want to know what is DMP, well, here it is. All you need to do is go to this link, and you're welcome to subscribe to DMP link today if you'd like to, and become part of the 30 days daily magic practice that we do every day at 9 p.m., which is going to happen right now in the next 5 minutes. But let's take a couple of more questions quickly, since I have 5 minutes. One more question here in YouTube. Okay, how to attract a job, says Ranjana. So Ranjana, first thing, whenever you want to attract a job, start saying from I don't to I have, which means in your mind right now, you're constantly saying, I don't have a job. In your subconscious, you need to shift from I don't have zone to I have zone. So start saying, I have a job, I have a job, I have a job. Now, it will not feel real the first 10 times, but after 10 times, your subconscious will start feeling it real. Once you start feeling it real is when your vibrations start working. And in a few days, your law of attraction will work, and you will be able to attract a job. There are thousands of our students in DMP, in Daily Magic Practice, who've already attracted a job effortlessly and easily within 30 days. Many of them sometimes took 60 days, but they got it because they started vibrating at the right frequency. First step to do that is, I have a job. Second, do hope, nope, no every time you think about not having a job. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, instantly releases and heals a little negative emotion from you in that moment. And then again say, I already have a job. Okay, do this for 30 days. Tell me how you feel after that. If you need more personal practice with me, with 500 people in one group, join the Daily Magic Practice group with me. Let's take some questions again from Zoom here. Okay, watch the magic box video, very promising, but I am a bit confused with the various techniques, not technique 369, which should be the most powerful technique to achieve our goals. Okay, so Preeti, very simple. The most powerful technique is the one that you feel like doing. I love to do visualization. I do only visualization. Some people love to do affirmation. They do only affirmation. The variety of techniques is to make sure that sometimes you just get bored with only eating Punjabi roti. Okay. So you eat a little bit of rice. But karna kya? Objective kya? Peti bharna na. So all of these techniques will help you do one thing. Everyone show me your hands. What will it help you do? Vibrate at the right frequency. So it doesn't matter which technique you use. If you're vibrating at the right frequency, each of these techniques are blissful and beautiful. Keep applying. Okay. So with that, we've come to the closure of today's Q&A live. I hope you loved it. Those of you who loved it, give it a quick thumbs up. Be there in the next YouTube live on Monday evening, once again, hopefully at 8:30 p.m. And share this video with at least 3 of your friends who might find this Q&A useful for them. And those of you who want to meet me live, use this link, miteshkhatri.com/30 days. Take care, everyone. See you and bye-bye.